back, coaches. In today's episode, I'll be continuing my 8-Man Breakdowns podcast series. This will be episode number 3 of the podcast. Today's topic is keeping your players motivated. Honestly, everyone, including football players and myself, go through times where we just don't feel motivated like we did before, right? I'm sure everybody has that problem every once in a while, and we don't always know why, but there are things you can use to somewhat secretly keep your players motivated on getting better each day. And that's what I'm going to dive into today. I'm going to dive into 5 things that I use in my program to keep my players motivated throughout the regular season, as well as in the off season, in the spring and the summer. All right, so let's get into it. The first one, number 1, is using a helmet sticker reward system. All right, this might be my number 1 tool that I use to keep my players going. So what is it? What is a helmet sticker reward system? So I have my own custom system of rewarding my players for great behaviors, great performances, etc. Whatever I believe is the point of emphasis in my program that I'm looking for, and I'll explain. So for whatever reason, though, every player that I've coached in the last 7 years has really seemed to love getting helmet stickers put on their helmet. And I myself probably would have loved it as a high school player as well, but we didn't have the option. Our coach didn't do that. All right. He kind of changed. And since I was assistant with him, he kind of, somebody opened him up to the idea, and then we just fell into it and kept doing it. And so anyways, I use my helmet sticker reward system for practice competitions, consistent grades, so grade checks, great behaviors and performances, like I said, and I'll get into that even more here in a second. But there's lots of ways you can do this. 5 years ago, when I started coaching junior high, I started my own system. So I took kind of what I had with my previous coach when I was an assistant. I kind of took his system a little bit, and then I looked at Ohio State's system, and then I adjusted it to fit my own coaching philosophy. So what I wanted to be the biggest rewarding point of emphasis in my program, junior high kids, was my biggest reward for helmet stickers, right? And so what I mean by that is, if you're looking for, you want to see leadership qualities the most, then hand out helmet stickers for showing leadership qualities. And I'm talking in the classroom, in the weight room, on the football field, of course. If you want to see great form tackling, every time they get a great form tackle on film, there you go. There's a helmet sticker this week. And keep rewarding the things that you want to see more of. That way you can push them. You reward those behaviors with helmet stickers, and the players are going to love it. I promise. They're going to want more stickers. They're going to earn a few, and then they're going to understand exactly what they have to do to get more of those stickers doing that same stuff. And so that's what I mean by whatever the point of emphasis in your program is, you can reward that with helmet stickers, and I'm telling you, the kids are going to love it. Just tell them to go watch Ohio State at the end of the year. Just look up Ohio State, or even Michigan, Clemson. Several teams do different pride stickers and reward systems of helmet stickers. So, and I'm obviously not the first to do it, but I did create my own little system for it, and I would definitely encourage other coaches to do the same. But do the stickers cost a lot? That'd be the next question. Honestly, no. Honestly, they don't cost a lot more than any other helmet stickers. So if you're a team that already has a helmet decal, like your school logo on your helmet, then it's not going to cost much more than that. The small reward stickers are much cheaper than your primary helmet decals, but there are some really cheap options out there. So at my previous school, I used a site online where you could make custom stickers. And of course, the cheaper they are, the less quality they are. But if the kids haven't had helmet stickers before, they're not going to know the difference. So I actually found a website where you could order custom stickers, and I got probably 250 or 300 of the stickers for about $15, which is very cheap compared to most places. So if you're a team that's never used helmet stickers and you want to try it, you could custom order these cheap ones to start with a season, see how you like using the system yourself, see how your players feel about it. I'm telling you, though, the majority of players will love it and go nuts about it. They just think it looks really cool. And overall, it's been very beneficial for my programs that I've been involved in. So I think it could be for yours also. So that's number 1, is just using a helmet sticker reward system. All right. Number 2, a team apparel reward for off-season workouts. Okay, so again, in every program I've coached in, and even when I played in high school, we use this system. So what is it? Basically, it's just giving out any type of team apparel reward to your athletes that make it to 85 to 90 or above % of your off-season workouts. So if their attendance is over 90%, is what we usually did, over 90%, meaning they could miss 2 or 3 days in the whole off-season summer workout time, then they would receive an apparel reward. Most of the time, it was custom designed. All right. So what we always did was gave out a T-shirt that had a school logo, school colors on it. Sometimes we even put a quote on the back. I personally have always ordered the cheapest dry fit shirt option I could find online, and I just added whatever school logo or custom logo I wanted to it. And if you wanted to save money, you could substitute shirts, you could get wristbands, you could get hats, socks, even anything that's got a school logo on it. If it helps motivate the kids to show up in the off season, I love the system. If it's going to help the kids get there, so after you get them there, what you do with them is honest coaches, right? So just getting there is the first and hardest step these days. It might seem kind of childish to reward kids with a T-shirt for showing up to weights 90% of the time in the summer, but honestly, it's really helped. All right, so you'd be surprised how many kids are motivated to get a free T-shirt. You know, if that gets them in the door, like I said, that's all that matters. So, anyways, we did this reward for all levels of athletes, so middle school, junior high, and high school for both boys and girls. If you're a school that does that, right? As the school year starts, you're going to see those athletes that earn the reward if they're wearing the shirt. If you got them in by then, they're going to wear the shirt around. Hopefully, it looks cool and all the other people see it, and they're going to tell the others how and where they got it. And hopefully, again, that's going to motivate the others to be more involved in off-season workouts in the future. So, another thing I've done though is let the upperclassmen even help me pick out or even design the logo on the shirt because if it's something that they like, then again, it should help rub off on the others. All right. So that's number two, just a team apparel reward for off-season workouts, rewarding kids that show up and put in the time in the off-season with a school t-shirt. All right, that's number two. Number three, a scout team player of the week and captain. So almost all teams have a scout team. All right. I realize some with really low numbers in 8-man might not have one, but most teams do. So what this reward system is basically at the end of practice each day and throughout the week, your coaches will vote on which scout team player they thought was really going all out, giving their best effort every play as a scout team guy, or leading by example, communicating, staying positive, and encouraging others. Whatever it is you're looking for, reward them. Say, all right, you won scout team player of the day today at practice. All right. It's a great way to reward the extra effort by those players who might not see the varsity game field and so after practice each day with your coaches vote, who do they think was the best scout team player each day? And whoever had the most votes that week will reward them as one of the captains on Friday. So they'll get to go join two of the senior captains during the coin toss on the game on Friday. So just a way that some of those players who don't see a lot of varsity time can get recognized on Fridays also. And another way to watch your scout team guys develop, make sure they're not just going through the motions and content with being on the scout team, right? So there's been years where one or two scout team guys, were always the captain multiple weeks in a row or multiple weeks throughout the season, but we always kept it open to all the coaches. And sometimes we had a few managers also let them weigh in and help us decide who we thought was the best scout team player each day or week. And so the rules are simple. Any person that competes on scout team can be chosen as long as they're giving 100% effort, and doing those qualities that we're looking for. And most times we could tell, most time it was pretty easy to tell one person over the others. But I also threw that in as a way for scout team guys to earn helmet stickers too. So this really helped our scout team guys compete every day because, they wanted to make scout team captain of the week. If they got scout team player of the day once in practice, they got a sticker for that too. So if you got it twice throughout the week in the 4-day week of practice, then you were most likely going to be the scout team captain on Friday. And then you get an extra one for being the captain as well. So another way to push the scout team guys compete with each other every day. And hopefully they'll start competing so much, they're going to work their way up the depth chart, and get their shot on the varsity field. And hopefully that's the way they look at it. Get noticed on scout team, and that was a really good way to do it is you earn scout team player of the day. And then at the end of the week, if you've earned it enough times, you get scout team player of the week and get to be a captain. And so that is number three, scout team player of the week and captain. Number four is the player of the game award, all right, or leader of the game, whatever you want to call it. In this case, we refer to it as our mascot. So I play for the Falcons. So if I was coaching for the Falcons, it'd be the Falcon of the Game award, all right, and it'd be voted for by players and coaches. All right, so what is this award? So Falcon of the Game can mean a lot of things, but basically what I was always looking for and what I'm still always looking for is someone who's being a great player or a great teammate, going above and beyond for their teammates and always being positive, always encouraging, consistently communicating to others throughout the game, right? Leading by example, all those types of things, especially someone who's doing all of those things throughout the game, especially when we're losing. They're doing all those things, right? But those are just a few of the things I'm looking for. And sometimes I'll know before the game's over who I'm going to vote for Falcon of the Game award. But I also let the players vote on this. And so if the coaches don't really have one chosen by the end of the game, then I'll tell all the players and coaches, turn the vote in by Sunday night. That way I know before school on Monday who had the most votes. And I also tell me why. What did they do great to earn this vote from you? Why do you think they should be, Falcon player of the game? And so also like the last reward system, it could be the same one or two players, most of the season that earn this award that are your best leaders or do all those things that you really emphasize behavior wise on the field that you want to see. But it's just another way we can recognize our players publicly to the entire team and basically just celebrate what we want to see on the field, because that's going to in return push others to do the same thing, right? Again, I also give a helmet sticker out for the players that are being voted for Falcon of the Game. All right, and I say Falcon of the Game. I keep saying that because that was my high school mascot. I'm just giving you an example. And so that is number 4, the Player or Leader of the Game award, and we call it our Mascot of the Game award. All right. So our final one, number 5, is season MVPs. All right, and these are player-led votes for season MVPs at the end of the year. Sometime toward the end of the year, every year, we always have a football team banquet or team meal. And a lot of times this will be towards, before Christmas time, somewhere in there. But we might also, if it's too busy, we might push it off towards the end of the school year. At the meal, I let the seniors and the coaches say a little something. I'll say a little something about the season. And mostly I just have the seniors share their favorite memories. It could be anything. And then we'll also watch the highlight video at the end. So we'll watch the little huddle team highlight video of the whole season and let the coaches talk and reviewing the season and talking about what we really want to, including the seniors in this, of course, like I said, and talking about what we really want to focus on going forward in the future and some things we need to improve as overall. So season MVP awards. And here's the awards we give out. So we give an offensive MVP, a defensive MVP, a special teams MVP, and then if we had a JV team, we do a JV MVP and a scout team MVP. But the rules are really simple on this also. Only one person can be awarded each award, and the entire team privately comments on our Google Classroom team page in a survey for each MVP award of who they think, and then we just tally it up. Whoever has the most votes wins. And the players each get a custom miniature trophy that says MVP of whichever award they were voted for. And again, like I said, it's another way to recognize our players publicly to the entire team and celebrate the successes we want to see on the field and hopefully push others to do the same thing going forward. All right. And these little trophies, 10 to 20, maybe even $30 a trophy. We only do 5 trophies, so usually never over 80 to $100. It might be $10 a trophy, so it might be $50. But then I make a custom laminated text design, glue it on each of the trophies, and that's basically it. And then I guess I'll take a picture of the player with his award, post it on Twitter, try to get some more exposure, recognition, celebrating the successes of what this kid did throughout the season. And hopefully, like I said, encouraging or pushing others to continue to do that and earn that award next year. And so that's it. That's number 5 is season MVPs. So for the most part, all 5 of my resources that I use to keep my players motivated are through a series of rewards, all right, for displaying excellent leadership skills or behaviors and high performances. And you can definitely do different things. But overall, they've all been very beneficial for each program that I've been a part of that we used. And I think it could be beneficial for other programs also. So if you're listening to this, don't be afraid to test one out and try something new. If you don't already do any of these, feel free to test it out. Let me know if it works for you guys. And that is where I'm going to wrap up this episode of the 8-Man Breakdowns podcast of motivating your players. Remember, I release one video every Tuesday night at 7:30, so tune in Tuesdays at 7:30. If you ever have any questions for me, comment your questions on the video. I'll get back as soon as I can. Might even use them in a future video or podcast. If you enjoyed this video, please click subscribe and check out my previous videos right here. And like always, thanks for tuning in, guys.